In 2065, nothing will change that much, except I will be over 70 years. The roads will be the same, the politics will be the same, Kampala will be the same. In 2065, nothing will change that much, except I will be over 70 years.
Welcome, viewers. This is yet another episode of UNCC at Home. My name is SMARK. I'm your host. Tonight, we are hosting Peter Kagayi Ngobi. I want to emphasize that name Ngobi.
Yes.
Because you like it.
Please
Peter
do.
Ngobi.
Yes.
One of our finest poet. And here we are privileged as UNCC to host him. He's going to tell us about the show that we're going to host tonight. So Peter,
Yes.
tell us about this show.
So the show is called Boss Pose, It's Poetry.
Okay.
It is performed by students from Nabisunsa Girls School and a host of their friends from other schools. King's College Budo, Mengo SS, Seta High School. But these are friends that they knew away from Nabisunsa.
Okay.
So this is a production that we staged in 2014 here at the Uganda National Theatre in second term holidays. I need to explain this.
So what is confusing me is
Yes.
that there's Star Nation.
Yes.
Now you are bringing the joint production between UNCC, Nabisunsa, and Peter Kagayi. Can you try to tell the viewers to understand that?
Thank you. Before we started Kitara Nation in 2016. Kitara Nation is a poetry company whose business is to popularize poetry among young people throughout Uganda. Okay. And we work with, from 2016, we've been working with a number of schools, carrying out a number of projects for that purpose. But before we started Kitara Nation, I was already working as a teacher and poetry coach at Nabisunsa Girls School. For me, that is the job I started doing immediately I left university. I graduated as a lawyer, but my passion was poetry and teaching literature.
Can you imagine switching from being a lawyer to...
Yeah, I can blame you. Do you know why?
Yes.
Because my very first time
Yes.
to come to the National Theatre was to watch a poetry show by Lantern Meet of Poets. And that was in 2009. And it was that night when I was in here that I discovered the poet in me.
Okay.
Yes. So from 2009, I had always wanted to write, perform, direct, teach, act, because it was my talent. But I had never known that even people can act poems.
Actually, now you're a good case study of those students that are not following their career anchor.
We are very many.
That you are forced by other forces to do
Yes.
what they want, not exactly. Because I'm just imagining how in Uganda, being a lawyer is one of the most, when I was at university, one of the most cost unit.
Yes.
But you see, as Peter Kagayi, switching from being a lawyer to performing.
This is why. First and foremost, I respect the National Theatre for its historical value and artistic heritage for Ugandans. For me, as a poet, now I know Okot Pabitek was once was the first Ugandan director of the Uganda National Theatre.
Yes.
We've had playwrights like Byron Kawadwa, Robert Serumaga, Alex Mukulu, Kaya Kajimu, very many people, grace this stage. So even from that perspective, I always wanted to, it's a space that I always wanted to associate myself with. Secondly, there are bigger problems in this world than what career you would want to pursue. Personally, poetry was more important at the time that I met it, because I realized that with poetry we can improve on our low self-esteem as a country. And this is a big problem very many young people face in our country. So I realized that we can use poetry to heal. We can use poetry to help to rehabilitate people, and they become more confident. And for me, there is no point in being a lawyer when you're not a confident lawyer, or being a doctor when you're not a confident doctor. Creativity is not only for the arts. Creativity is also for, it's for art, humanities and sciences also. We need creative engineers. Yes. We need creative accountants, we need people who are going to be, innovating. And so poetry and things like art, creativity help to stimulate us to think, in ways that we can create new things. So I used poetry for that purpose. So after my course, I thought that I would only spend 6 months, teaching poetry, and then I go to LDs and I become a lawyer. But when I went to Nabisunsa Girls School, Mark, when I went to Nabisunsa, the problem was bigger than actually what I had envisioned. You can imagine in our country where patriarchy has a very strong hold. So the young women are tremendously affected by how society structures expectations for them. Exactly. So poetry at a girls' school was a liberating force, because now you could have young people talk about their issues, about their depression, about their family issues, about their ambitions. You could see them being innovative, coming to work together. It became a successful project that the school wanted it to continue. Okay. And so I found myself at that crossroad where I had to choose between becoming a lawyer or someone. So that is how I come to work with Nabisunsa. Up to 2014, when we have that show.
I also wanted to know, so far, how many students you've mentored, as far as since you started, and how do you see the audience? Because the other important part is audience. How are the perception of the audience toward the performances that have been taking place?
No, Mark, the students are very many. I can't. I ran out of fingers. I feel like Abraham sometimes. I just look at the stars in the night and I count them and I say those are the many poets I have inspired. There have been very many.
So the future is bright.
The future is bright. The reason why there are many is there are those that we train in schools, and then they leave the school and go to other schools, and then they also start training programs, and then they also leave. So it has had a ripple effect. Okay. Yes.
Now the expectation. Yes. Tonight we want to just give them that kind of expectation. What do people expect? What are they going to get out of this production?
This is what. This is what is there for anyone to benefit from watching it. One, you are going to watch poems that were written by young people. Yes. Some of them were class assignments. Some of them were written out of leisure. That these poems have been given to the students to memorize. Exactly. And present here at the Uganda National Theatre.
So it's out of their creativity now.
One, young people creating work, original work that they are going to present at the National Theatre. Secondly, you are going to enjoy the beauty of poetry. Uganda is known as the land of poets. And for me, this production is testament to that fact.
Viewers, let us wait for that beauty. Peter Kagayi is telling us.
The beauty of Uganda's bright future.
So thank you, Peter, for your time. What you're made of until you climb the mountain. You will never get to know your capacity until you take the next in line. The world will smile when you take the victory. They will leave no room for mediocrity. Watch out so you don't fall. You will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. You will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. Yeah, I gotta tell you a story. A couple of years ago, Gololanzi Kuruwakibu made us proud, and the latest was Mr. Kiprotich. So many have come and soon quickly forgotten. It's a breaking, but know that the world will celebrate only when you take the victory, and they will leave no room for mediocrity. So watch out so you don't fall. Yeah. Oh, that you will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. You will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. Yeah. All our heroes faced the fears from the race, cried some tears until they wore the crown. But despite the trouble, they never gave up. No, no, no. The world will celebrate only when you take victory. They will leave no room for mediocrity. So watch out so you don't fall. Yeah. Oh, that you will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. You will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. You will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. You will know that you are a giant when you face the giants for the world and celebrate no loss. Yeah.
As poets, we like to think of ourselves as a few of those that like to think that they think. But to think takes a lot of thinking thoughts that the audience must resonate with.
And thus, the thought structures and psychoanalytical patterns to be grown have to have the backing of the people around us.
What am I saying? That to think the way we think, the audience must think that way too. So that whatever we stand to project,
Or to protect,
to perceive,
and to protest should be the same as that society stands to project,
to perceive,
to protect,
and to protest. What am I saying? That when we speak the things we speak,
and the state decides to silence us,
it's not silencing the poets, no, but silencing the audience that likes to think that it thinks. What am I saying?
that the freedom of expression belongs to everyone, but no one deserves it more than those who stand to speak the minds of those who cannot, not to never mind to know that to speak and serve a nation a form of dying,
A form of repugnance.
a form of redundancy.
To speak is a catharsis that treats of frustration, and it is a sort of demonstration that we use to make a statement that we hate the place the people that govern have chosen of us. What am I saying?
That when we speak the things we speak and the state decides to accuse us of sedition,
It's not only the sessions but an insult to the audience that likes to think that it thinks. And thus,
and ladies of people that like to think that they think must not sit back when their lips are padlocked.
Not even when the poets choose to speak of the most uncomfortable things. So when we choose to say
that to hell with the revolution that brings about load shedding for a quarter century and celebrity criminal state ministers like Semadala, the audience must say amen. The audience must say amen.
To hell with all the men that manufacture religion and sell God like a commodity, like Pastor Kakande, the audience must say amen. The audience must say amen. To hell with all the Western civilizations that demean the fundamental cultures of our country, like homosexuality, the audience must say amen. The audience must say amen. To hell with all the media that pays attention to dead chicken like the KFC crop, the audience must say amen. The audience must say amen. So that's when we go back.
And make up deep in the night, writing the things that we wish to speak.
Instead of the state's satanic treacheries and the people's pathological, yes, and that's KFC crap. We hope to find ourselves thinking of love.
For our culture.
And our country.
And our mothers.
And fathers.
And brothers.
And sisters. And all those who love them the way we do. And we hope to find a conviction that when we speak that way, and the outside silences, the audience will break the silence and speak the things we speak. Then,
and only then,
the audience will have found a reason to find us role models.
Cheers to this man. A man I met years ago, who bore my first cry in the ones that followed. A man who taught me how to take steps and never to look back and regret, but rather ahead. This is to the man, yes, the man that has never turned his back on me, never given up on me, even when I proved to be the mastermind famished for freedom and independence, refrained me from natural proclivity towards self-provocation. Shielding me from malevolent sadness with all unbearable antics. Oh yeah, I should raise my feet to this man of the day and many days after. A man whose footsteps I choose to follow, however big they are. He that has corrected and guided me through my flippant feet of recklessness, selfishness, and incomplete knowledge of myself. Even when I strayed from the right path, following this trendy generation covered in the nets of lies, still showed me unfailing love and saw me through my foolish pride that had drowned me in a pool of despair. Cheers to this great man and a father that has never left his children feel like they are fatherless. This is a poem I dedicate to my dad.
Sugar, sweet pie, had a lady call out her husband. Next day, still referring to her spouse. She called him all sorts of sweet names one could imagine. She called him ice cream, chocolate, honey cake, and many more. I still wondered whether she knew what she was saying. Did she know that these sweet nothings could lead to things like high blood pressure, diabetes, or even obesity? So to all couples here, stop calling your spouses names that are going to kill them. Rather call them healthy ones like sweet dodo, chigaji, pineapple, ripe mango, and apple. Sweet but healthy. For a healthy you, me, and a healthy Uganda.
You asked if you could see me and I gave you my numbers. You asked to see me and I gave you my address. You asked me to trust you and I gave you my loyalty. You asked me to love you and I gave you my heart. You asked me to be your wife and I gave you my happiness. You asked me to hold you and I gave you my body. You asked me to believe in you and I gave you confidence. You asked me to forgive you and I gave you peace. You asked me to run a bath for you and baby, I gave you a back scrub. You asked me to make you laugh and I stand for you. You asked me to support you when I carried you. You asked me to help you when I gave you my time. You asked me to share my life with you, and I gave you my life. You asked me for stability, and I gave you a home and a family. You asked for my strength, and I raised your children for you. I gave you all that you asked for. I gave you more than what you asked for. I gave you all that I had. And then I asked you to stop hurting me. And then you gave me HIV.
You guys, nabadde ntambula mu kibuga nga nkutte ebintu byange mu kabaga naye nabadde nakatambulako katono omuyaaye n'abeeri ng'atukula nga lyanga omunye ogugudde mu makya omuyaaye nanzibako omutima nze nga mbita byakusagane nga gayi tasaaga nga buli bw'atambula bw'ati omutima gwange gutujja bwe guti n'emiddemu kati nga ndowooza byakusaganeyo bwa gayi yabadde ankubye bya ddala. Omanyi bulijjo bagamba babe b'e Kampala si bakusaaga ninze nga neefulanga abimanyi ennyo ate me city boy nze gwe bazaali emulago ne bankuliza ali emunyonyo seba ekibuga nga nkitamu nga nze akikulira nga bagayiza abakuba nga buli bwe mpita banneegomba naye leero omuyaayi yanazeeko nti ababe b'e Kampala si bakusaaga kale wadde yabadde ankubye as in that guy was so hot. Do you know hot? That guy was so hot. Never guy tebasaaga omuyaayi namutuukiriddeko mugambeko Jessica hai gayi nankuba omwenda mwana neefula gayi badi ng'ekinyonyi ndowooza buli omu amukuba gayi ko yansazeeko nanziramu omutima gwange n'abuuka nago kale wadde yabadde si wakabi nnyo si wakabi okweraga tekumuyamba kubanga n'ekisooka ye yafiirwa nze okwogerako naye nali mumuyamba.
Pogola, pogola. As in, pogola, pogola. Pogola, pogola, Kusamba. Poetry is not a beginner's bigotry, not the bias of a bigamist learning trigonometry. You should try poetry. Who begging for balance to have kiroya sukari, have chapane, have chindazi. Or one hour, what senior one was a one so better. Bulingiriza, tupisa maroga chalo, saba winyano fujifukalo. Yet good manners is not a beginner's bigotry, not the bias of a bigamist learning trigonometry. Potu kawan, Oteke muko obuntu, tokuba moloka guys superstar mwana, ebyo biswaza atete biyamba. Empisa za very lalisi, ask Hayat simple. In fact, you should be respectful to your elders and mostly to yourself. Never tawia, Mpulukuduza zigana migumika. Ask Mr. Semiyaji or Mr. Budo. Roza awutakudamu kumagezi. And stop! Please stop staring at people like they have bones on their foreheads. I will be baby na kusamba and stop begging for balance to have kiroya sukari, have chapane, have chindazi. Good manners is easier than geometry. In fact, you don't lose anything for trying to be good. And if you can't do it for your sake, I beg, do it for my sake. Because the truth is, really, our senior one,
We could stand here and pretend understand the insults and misdeeds of such immature minds. Drinking water, but drinking wine. You claim you are tired of us, but we are tired of you too. Tired of your arrogance and rudeness. Tired of your impoliteness and your indecent dressing. Tired of how you think you are never been the senior one. Tired of your worthless pride. Tired of you not taking our side. Tired of you not showing us the way. Tired of you, tired of you. We are tired of you too. And now you stand there, despising the beginning of our journey. That's not cool too. Where you are is where you are, and where we are is where we're headed. So please, stop being big-headed and advise us on what to do. We might be wrong, but here, you are wrong too. But we can still work together. You can accept us as equals too. But that one which allows you to drag us down the drain of your arrogance and we won't stand your insults. It's not fair. We shall respect you only if you respect the senior ones too.
so patronizing. I just never have the right words, and when I do, it's the wrong perspective. Magical times when I have both, it's the courage I lack. But still you poke, still you insist, completely oblivious of these facts. Forging on relentlessly, trying to find a place in my life, a habitat in my mind, a shelter in my heart. Still you have no idea, and still you are clueless that your very presence is enough to keep me centered. It's the one thing that still makes sense in all this pandemonium and madness, this mangled, bubbling hipped mess that I call my life. Concrete proof that my sanity is intact while you're driving me insane. That's you. The constant reminder that I am mortal, and even though I act like it at times, I'm not supernatural. My emotional garbage collector who will never ask for pay, but does his job loyally, lovingly, willingly, always collecting and never complaining. That's you. The one person who will wait for me to come around with a patience that even Job would admire. And yet you have it. Every ounce of patience you require to unwrap me, to watch me unravel layer by thickening layer and still be there to piece me back together after I have crumbled apart and fallen. That's you. You're the only star I see in the constellations, mirroring me the sun's reflections, the simplicities in my life. That's you, melting chocolate on my tongue. That's you. You're my pink skies, my gray skies, my blue skies. The John Legend song I can't get out of my head. You are that stupid rom-com I cannot stop thinking about. That's all you. You're my universe and my everything. Yet you're not my anything. You're the opportunity that won't last forever. Something I should make my something, rid myself of the what ifs and the maybes. That is what you are. That is what you mean to me. But please, don't ask me again, because this was hard.
Mimi na wewe are so delicate and precious like glass ya maziwa. The love you feed me is like tende na halua. That's why I want to let them know. I want to scream it out loud because it's love. Behi back. Oh, mukwano. Mukwano. Mapenzi. I'll treasure you with pleasure like the way the basoka treasure embolile bidandali. Halali waile zira mali, my love for you is just a super kanzali. Banatida kulekera kuleka na chempulira, it's love. Behi back. Oh, mukwano. Mukwano. Mapenzi. Ochajikila that day I dressed up and he said that I look like the Navagerika. I felt so alive. Anna Behibak, you whispered in my ears. Wallahi, with all the happiness, I just burst into tears. That's why I want to let everyone know that it's love. Behibak. Oh, mukwano. Mukwano. Mapenzi. So let's get down to the real deal. It's Matokene Mvuluga, it's Odi and Atapa, my gentle one, my handsome one. You're so sweet like Malewa served with La Pena. Me, I don't even know what everyone will say about me and you, but I'm sure my parents will be happy. So let's walk together, hand in hand, and scream out what we feel inside, because it's love. Behi back. Oh, mukwano. Mukwano, mapenzi.
I close my eyes
and imagine.
Do you know how much of the water in the ocean is tears?
This place of peace and joy.
How many of the sounds in the wind are laughter?
This place of beautiful sights and scenes.
How much of the look in your eyes reflects fears?
This is a wonderful place.
How many of those who die come back after?
Where I'll be free.
How much of your emotion is love? How many of your scars can fade?
Even if I will be lonely,
how much of you are you willing to change?
at least I would imagine you are there with me.
How many of the voices in your head preach hope?
I close my eyes and imagine.
How many of the tears in the ocean are yours?
This place of my own will.
How many of the laughters in the wind are yours?
Though a picture of it in mind surely is known to mankind,
do you know the look in your eyes tells a story?
then I remember of this place I have seen.
Do you know this life is all you have?
Do you really want to know what it is?
Do you know your smile could be magic?
It is Wonderland.
Do you know your words could be music?
A place of my dreams.
Do you know? Don't you see that you're beautiful? Always.
Engulfed in these nostalgic thoughts that leave me in a daze, wondering if I'm not actually in a grave. And I'm left clueless on how to escape this maze. Thinking and reminiscing, smiling and crying, and yet no answering reproach. Then suddenly, the answer is shed upon me. The answer that has been torturing me, tormenting me, capsizing me. I hate you. I hate the way you smile makes my heart melt away. The way you hold my hand and make me feel like a princess. And make me feel like I'm the only love forsaken there. I hate the way you make me feel like it's just you and me against the world. I hate the way you encroach into my mind and leave me thinking of nothing else but you. I hate the way my knees melt into jelly at the mere sight of you. I hate the way I love you, the way I want to hold you. But most of all, I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even a little, not even at all. Because I know no matter what I do, you'll never be mine. I want you to take me away from all this pain and stain of memories left on my heart. Hold me tight as if I were an item, though I strive to avoid you like the Baganda do with their totem. Fight to guard me like the Bamboa and the Kabaka, onwanirire ng'olubiri oluli erubaga. Face all the haters as they come, kubanga enkya tujja kubatukuzaako kasavu. Treasure me because I'm 1 in a million. Please don't change overnight, that's the way of the chameleon. No thanks to honeymoons in Paris or taking me out to dance the tango. My dear, just take me home, I'll cook you the best luombo. No funny stories of this being love at first sight, cause we both know such things don't last. I reach in class with an intention of reading biology. This love has got me crazy. I just start to write poetry. I can't describe this, it flows. It flows somehow like the Mississippi. Njagala twagalane tukole n'olunyiriri mu Bible. And by the way, I didn't ask you to wait, but since you persist, wait and long for my love if you really insist. But all in all I ask from you, Handle my heart with lots of love, because from now on, yes, from now on, Nkwewade, now and forever.
I am simply your student, not your sexual client. You can as well keep those feelings to yourself. These extra marks you give me, I can do it by myself. The promises you make lack maturity. They simply explain your too much stupidity. But you will take me in a chariot. You will have some shame, you idiots. Just in case you might forget, I am your student, you shameless idiot.
In the wee hours of the morning, in the wee hours of the morning when sleep eludes me, I rise and spill my thoughts on paper. You see, I shield my heart because it has been broken, and those who come close will be repelled with mean arrogance. Yet I camouflage. Behind these bright-colored clothes and expensive perfumes, I hide the bitter stench of fear. So I hold on to my friends with happiness, praying that ever if it comes and I live no more, everyone will remember that I used to smile. But I'm growing stronger. I'm a woman. I'm black and unapologetic. I've experienced the utter exhilaration of performing for crowds, hearing voices and hands acknowledge my words, my message, and at that moment, my heart clenched and I thought it would explode. Have you felt that too? I've listened to love songs so sailing, so slow, so letting me see beneath my beauty, drawing tears that come whizzing in my pillow and in my blouse, wanting so badly to get in a bus beyond that black gate, to go see the one I love. Freshness that explodes in your mouth. Cold, colorful, fleshy, melons, mangoes, jambula, and yeah, grapes too. Have you felt that too? I've laughed so hard it hurt around my ribs with friends and foe. My sisters, each more hilarious than the other. Ours is a loud house. Mother can't still tell us apart. Do you remember the time we played in the rain? Butt naked? You did that too? The constipation of guavas and coconuts. The taste of white ants and grasshoppers. Did you eat those too? And tuntuni na matuguda. Or were you the kind who just licked stolen sugar from your bed during that first afternoon sleep? Who played hide and seek and became John Rainbow, Schwarzenegger, Chuck Norris? We were foolish and careless, dumb and fearless. We laughed at old people and gave our primary teachers new names. When these books sprouted from their hard notes, it became the beauties that every brain wants to be friends. But I can't accept just anyone. You know why? Because my pride rivaled my beauty. I chased after sunsets and the moon looks beautiful on my back. I walked along beautiful beaches listening to the distant music in the night. Inhaled the scent of roses and captivated by the allure of the white clouds. For the mistakes I have made, I have no regrets. There's nothing I have to prove. I have loved and I will continue to love. So if you bump into me anywhere, do not pity me for anything. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because my pride rivaled my beauty. And my life is so great. And so far, I have no regrets. When I did marry you, I married
you, not your clan, and it was never my plan. Now, I remain encumbered with a blanket for your grandparents, money for your parents, and presents for your siblings. Today it's your uncle, the next day it's your aunt, the day after that is your brother's cousin's wife, then your mother's sister's cousin from Misango. The whole clan comes expecting me to keep loving, expecting me to keep smiling, expecting me to keep giving, when I should be worrying, when I should be lamenting at how slow your people are at adopting to modernity and development. Where gerontology is taking long to come for those old, wrinkled bones. Because we need privacy, so why can't they give it to us? Because I'm tired of it all, tired of the extended begging hands, the extended vexing expectations, the extended marriage extensions with redistributive mechanisms. Because we need privacy, so why can't they give it to us? Why? But what don't you know? The truth about love, it keeps you awake. You're always running up and down, not sure of where you're going to be in the next few years. On the road or home, it doesn't matter. Trust me, it's some sort of stupidity you think it is, because you're not there. But again, it's chocolate brownies, black forests, and all sorts of things, including candy. But the awful truth about love? You're always flunking your papers because of the milk and porridge inside your head. Those other girls seem to be less than you because they do not know what you're feeling. I hear, nonsense, just nonsense. It's even embarrassing to say that in public. Family and baby names come to your head, while that boy you call Shibubu, just think about the liker he met yesterday. Those promise rings, smelly sweaters, t-shirts. Baby, you're going to get those pimples every day because of them. And the damn fact is that Lumpen won't be your husband. Seriously, it's just high school. Obviously, we'll kiss and tell, play spin the bottle, make out in closets. But books are books. And boys will always be around. After all, there are plenty of fish in the water. Now tell me, what don't you know? Assure me, what don't you know? Watch out!
He says he loves me. Even when he hits you and you feel all your veins break, even when he messes you up and after, you feel like a train wreck.
Even when?
Even when?
Yes, even when he smiles at other girls in my presence and I pretend in the inside of my heart that I'm okay with it and it's no offense, I too love him.
You do? Why?
I love him because I know in the future he will become better. I know he will see that I am the one who loves him most, more than all the rest of the world could ever do, and I know he knows this. And he tries to be the best he could be for me, but
what?
But things are not so easy, you know? With all those girls around him, sometimes he gets tempted. I mean, he's human. And sometimes my insecurities get in the way and I distrust him. So even when he hits me and I feel all my veins and all my bones break and suddenly our relationship feels like a train wreck, I know it's all my fault and I apologize, but see, that's why I love him, because he apologizes to me before I do, and I feel I'm loved.
And he says he loves you?
And he says he loves me.
Ridiculous.
Even when I'm told of the other girls he's dating, I don't believe those rumors, those lies. They just want me to break down our perfect relationship, but see, nothing is perfect, and in embracing that fact, we see the perfection in ourselves, and that's why I love him, and that's why I will continue to love him. I can't see myself without him.
And he says he loves you? Even when he hits you and you feel all your veins break? Well, that's not love. That's violence. Nobody tries to hurt the things that they love. That's pretense. Nobody wants to destroy the things that they love. And he tries, no, he wants to destroy you. He hurts you and he doesn't care because he knows you will always be there. The last time he hit you, you came running to me. And now here you are, defending him. So if you want my advice, it comes cheaper than the price of rice. Run for your life. He's an idiot who's not worth your days. He cheats on you with other girls.
But he says he loves
That
me.
is a lie. You must wake up. He doesn't love you, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Last time, he embarrassed you at the shopping mall.
But he was just drunk. He didn't know what he was doing.
He will never respect you. He will always despise you because you put up with all the rubbish he throws at you. Where is your pride? How about your self-worth? See, you're weak, but you need to be strong. Or else, misery will become your song.
Sometimes we love and we hope. Sometimes we forgive and even our pride we drop.
And we give those who wronged us a second chance.
But sometimes it goes to the edge and they take our goodness for granted. And misery becomes the song of our lives.
So if you're in a relationship that is hurting you like this, get out before you lose your mind and become a complete mess like this.
Koi koi. Yeah. Koi koi. Yeah. Koi koi. Go. Koi koi. Yeah. Koi koi. Yeah. Koi koi. Go. Mulaavu lemera kukubanga mwana ebyalaavu byakwekunya nakwekunya naye ate ebigaana tolemerako tobanga buno obukoko obukaaba kokoko kuba kyo ekituufu olumu bino ebintu bibamu ebiti kati tokaaba nga kino ekinyonyi ekituula ku muti guli koyikoyi 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 tokokolima ate tokolima kayibwa abaakuganye nga nawe obita teweeswaza teweemalaamu ate teweekalakaasa togoberera nga beesije ngoganye muwa okutuwa ebintu ebikuyamba ate tebikuzimba kayibwa abaawese togenda mu byakayihura ebyeyatiyagaasi kana tebiri mu kilaasi koyikoyi 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 kati tokayana tolwana tomwesibaako kubanga mwana wadde lave omanga ate okyali muto tokayana nga buno butooto obwakalaba omukwano just because bwakafunayo love letter taano bwefuna heartbreak yabeewoza nti ensi yonna eri mu nsitani kati mwana be steady and ever be ready anything good and can happen ate bwe kiggwawo gaggayi ekyanze nawe tobanga mmere wakiri muweeyo teke naye akimanyi nti toli mufere koyikoyi 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 nze ngwase
bakyala mulaba abasajja abo bulijjo bajja nga bagamba mbu sweetheart honey baby the heart beats in my lungs and then you wonder where in God's name did this lumpen come from. And that's not all. Just a little trip to downtown with your wedges, rods and 24-inch dress. They pull their lips as they go. Mbu sister, girlfriend, eno size yo. Yambala kalega, kala ya Beyonce. And at the back of your mind, you'll be like, Kasaja has big balls, and my lord, that is my Mengo. Now let me add the spices. At a dance party, when the night is like 72 years old, music so loud that you think it is a concert, and signatures that have turned into stenches. Some confused drop of a guy comes behind you to have some sugar. The bomb is dropped, then comes the explosion. You, if you think standing in one position, twerking all the sweat off is easy, then you're messing. Wearing sticks for your legs does not mean you are damsels of distress. So ant-like toddler from Mars, if you think you're going to touch me left, right, and center, then you must be joking.
Okawulira nga kasama.
Can I talk to you?
Otegera kazze kwana.
Excuse me, please.
Bannaye mpulira n'okasamba.
I just think I've seen you somewhere.
Can't you see I really don't care?
Can you help me with
My number? Bannaye bantu mwekaze temuswala. Ozanga bisajja ebikulu ebyemula.
You know, my eyes just can't let you go.
Yes, kawere kakubye n'embogo.
Please don't play hard to get.
Oneekwanisa onoosobola okungulira jet.
Can I buy you something?
Ate omanyidde nnyo.
Don't talk like you're fighting.
We, olabika tonkulirangako. You are a magnet and me your metal. But when to know them finding a kettle, you men are really not stable. But sit down. Sit down. Wait, listen. It's about time for me to release my innermost vixen. After all, that's for it. It's not my fault.
You're excused, little Miss Know-It-All. I didn't come to talk to you, but actually your friend seated by the wall. She's pretty and nice, nothing like you. So actually, excuse me, I need to go through. And all those compliments, I was just trying to be kind to impress that girl seated by your side. And that's nothing to what I would actually say. So excuse me, I need to go through. The others that you imagined, I wasn't going to say. At least not to you, actually frighten me. I don't see why you girls overfeel. You have guts to actually do it with zeal. And by the way, miss, yes, you by her side. Would you mind if I took you out for a
Oh, you're everything I thought you never were. Nothing like I thought you could have been. But still, you live inside me. So tell me how is that? The only one I wish I could forget. The only one I love to not forgive. I know you get my life. The only one I love. I know there are times when I hate you. 'Cause I can erase the times that you hurt me. Put tears on my face. And even now, while I hate you, it pains me to say I know I'll be there at the end of the day. I don't wanna be without you, baby. I don't want a broken heart. Don't wanna take a breath without you, baby. I don't wanna play that part. I know that I love you, but let me just say I don't wanna love you in no kind of way. No, no. I don't want a broken heart, and I don't wanna play no broken hearted girl. No, no, I'm no broken hearted girl. Something that I feel I need to say. But up to now I've always been afraid. But still it would break my heart. The only one I love. You say you got the most respect for me. Sometimes I feel you know it is up to me. And still you're in my heart. The only one I love. And yes, there are times that I hate you, but I can't erase the times that you hurt me. Put tears on my face. And even now, while I hate you, it pains me to say I know I'll be there at the end of the day. I don't wanna be without my baby. I don't want a broken heart. Don't wanna take a breath without my baby. I don't wanna play that
intention? Is it stronger than the wind that blows? Are you willing to die to let another? What do you know about love? It doesn't mean no expression, 'cause there ain't nothing left to feel no more. What you're looking for is a cross and a crown of thorns. What you don't understand is love's other name is sacrifice. 'Cause there ain't nothing left to feel no more. Emotions are temporary, and our feelings give little room for mercy. 'Cause when you're done, and when you want someone better, have what you're demanding. And see how we messed our relationships. 'Cause true love's a reality, and life's about discomfort. 'Cause you don't know what love is till you've held his hands and felt the depths of his scars. There's nothing left to feel no more. What you're looking for is a cross and a crown of thorns. What you don't understand is love's other name is sacrifice. No, there ain't no need to cry over what doesn't seem right. Take a step to love without reservation. 'Cause when he died, only you crossed his mind and didn't mention that love's other name is sacrifice. 'Cause there ain't nothing left to feel no more.
Oh God, why? Why did it have to be me? Chiwanuka, why did you leave me? Chiwanuka, come back. This Daddy, what about our daughter Chirabo? Chiwanuka, you should come back. This Daddy, oh God, come back, Chiwanuka. Daddy, come back. OMG, who will take me to KFC? Oh God, Daddy, come back. Daddy. Daddy.
Did you know that this is Omugenzi wali amumanyi?
How dare you come here with your outdated stuff and
Yakusima coach, check me out.
Watch the music and not I am a strong woman and I will not apologize for it. A truly strong woman is a force that is so very dynamic. A woman whose strength comes naturally and is somewhat majestic. It's an innate inclination, impulse, or drive. She loves and accepts herself completely. She knows she's not perfect, yet and still she strives. Strong women need strong men, and strong men feel strong women are what they're created for. Seems fitting to see what the mouth revealed that mouth in true form weighs so much more. Some men need a woman weaker than they, so they can partake in the stage to save the day. There is no courage, no strength and valor in that. If you ask me, I'll say it's pretty whack. A real woman needs a real man to stand up and say, I'm attracted to your strength. It's a challenge to me, a chance for me to show both you and I how strong I can be. A man's strength is not defined by his ability to control, nor his ability to dictate, write, or moderate a show. If you're looking for the definition of a strong man, go back a few lines. An individual's strength is defined the same way across gender lines. For one to be strong enough to hold another, support must be given much more than a lover. It's constant giving of yourself, but by giving, receiving. And the security from knowledge that neither is living because both forces are required for each individual's breathing. Therefore, neither can cause the other's heart any grieving. I am a strong woman, and I will not apologize for it. Some men gain superficial strength and revel in a woman's pain. Like a childhood bully playing elementary school games, he gains false esteem from seeing a woman who is somewhat strengthless, as if her inability to move was an indication of his greatness. I am a strong woman, and I will not apologize for it. The strong woman can bear all the strife in the world, but will only choose to do so for a man who never implies she could, would, or should. I am a strong woman, and I will not apologize for it. The strong woman is no more in control of how she feels than anyone else. She's merely choosy, for she knows the complete full value of herself. She's not foolish, nor unintelligent, unreasonable, short-sighted, or vain. She recognizes clear fault lines indicating the inability to bear substantial strain. If giving her soul, her heart and emotions proves to be painful more often than not, and all that she is more than he can hold compounded with lack of appreciation of all that he's got, then here lies a choice to cross the line that divides many women. You see, some women might stand keep right on giving. Some might even confuse their choice to endure sustained pain with love, strength and courage. But that's really a shame, because it's only a woman who has love, self-paired with strength and courage, deep within her being, that is able to stand and walk away. It's almost as if God has given her a higher level of seeing. She's able to see for herself that she must pull it all right back in. Her heart, love, emotions, yes, all that she has given. I am a strong woman, and I will not apologize for it. A strong woman is not bitter, not angry or scorned. She merely yields to her wisdom as though she's been warned. She's comforted on her own and needs not be spared. She does not blame anyone and is grateful for the love she shared. She knows what she wants, needs, deserves, and desires exist somewhere, and until it finds her, She'll take what life says. I am a strong woman and I will not, yes, I will not apologize for it.
Because we are women. We keep deep inside the hopes and the dreams we think we must hide. We strive to be best, lift the top of the hip. Because we are women, the climb is so stiff.
The ceiling of glass, a must to be broken. It only exists because we are women. From morning to night, multitasks to perform. It's often too more because we are women.
Because we are women, Tinata is known. But when it's our time, we are left in the storm.
So wet are the tears we shed late in the night because we are women.
We don't share our plight with anxiety high, self-esteem at a low, because we are women.
We don't let it show, but there's power within to believe in ourselves that we will always win.
United we stand, with strength and with force, because we are women.
Together on course, the lesson we learn is the matter of trust in each other a must because we are women.
Because we are women, we open our hearts to the care and the love that today we have sparked. Possibility abounds, opportunity awaits. It's all ours to take because we are women.
Now, we send out our greetings to all the men and women who easily got us through those days of stress and moments of madness when women and girls had to fight for their rights. So all those who fought for gender balance on our behalf, we cannot forget you, and we are grateful. So in a united form of gratitude, we say, thank you. Thank you for giving us the right to be human, the right to own the words that we speak, the right to think, to have an opinion, even the right to pop the question, the guy is being slow, and the right to think it's okay to be a girl who can live happily with her brothers. But we cannot forget the Miss City as our mothers cried because they did not have the right to vote a candidate, not their husband's choice. And what were the reasons? Manya, women are too dumb to understand politics. Manya, our place is in the kitchen or at the back of the house in the garden. Until the times have changed, and the things our mothers fought for, we now take for granted. The freedom we enjoy and the prospect we behold were things that were brought to us through pain and blood. So we must never, and never must we, lose the dignity and nobility of femininity. And these things won't come to us through reckless abortions or that bought bad black popularity. No. Instead, we must remain respectful, dignified, morally upright, and intellectually uptight. So that when those shallow-minded people begin to claim, Manya, women are too dumb to understand politics, Manya, our place is in the kitchen or at the back of the house in the garden, we have every, and I do mean every, right to fold our hands into fists and punch some sense into their myopic heads. We do. Then walk gracefully into court the next day, and we can say, we did it in self-defense, but only after provocation.
That girl you called a slut today in class, she is a virgin and recently got dumped by her boyfriend for holding her ground.
The pregnant girl you saw walk down the road the other day and laughed while pointing your finger at her,
she got raped. That boy you laughed at and called lame and made fun of how he walks and got your friends to laugh at him, he has to work every night to support his family.
And that girl you pushed down the other day,
she's already being sexually abused at home and can't take it anymore. She has contemplated suicide.
And that girl you gossiped about and called fat the other day
is starving herself and already hates herself more than you hate her.
And the old man you made fun of because He got them fighting for our country.
And that boy you made fun of for crying?
Yes, his mother is in hospital, dying. You think you know them? You think you do? Well, you don't. You don't. You don't. You do not. Bullying is something not right, and it's the victims who almost give up on life.
Some contemplate to run and hide.
Some even consider suicide. But you bullies make it more painful for them to live. But do you think you know everyone?
And can make fun of anyone?
You think you can? If you are against bullying, raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand and repeat after us. Everyone deserves respect. Everyone deserves respect. Everyone their age regardless. Everyone their age regardless. And I swear I'll protect. And I swear I'll protect. The innocent from the merciless. The innocent from the merciless. And I swear I'll protect. And I swear I'll protect. The innocent from the merciless. The innocent from the merciless.
Her name is Sarah. She's just 3. Her eyes are solid. She cannot see. She must be stupid. She must be bad. What else could have made her daddy so mad? She wished she were better. She wished she wasn't ugly, then maybe her mommy would still want to hug her. She can't speak at all. She can't do a wrong or else she's locked up all the day long. When she wakes, the house is empty, her parents aren't home. But when her mommy does come, she tries to be nice, so maybe she'll get just one whipping tonight. Don't make a sound. I just had a car. Her daddy is back from Charlie's bar. I hear him cuss and then he calls. She presses herself against the wall. She's so afraid now she starts to cry. He comes in and finds her weeping and shouts ugly words. He says it's her fault that he suffers at work. He hits her and slaps her. She finally gets free and runs for the door. He's already locked it and she starts to go. He takes her by the hand and throws her against the wall. She falls on the floor with her bones nearly broken and her daddy continues with more ugly words said. I'm sorry, she screams, but it's much too late. His face has been twisted into an imaginable haze of hurt and pain. Again and again she prays to God, oh God, please have mercy. Oh God, please let it end. And he finally stops and walks towards the door where she lay there motionless, rolled on the floor. Her name was Sarah. She just 3, and tonight, her daddy murdered her.
We, these people on a small and lonely planet, traveling through casual space, past aloof stars, across the ways of indifferent suns, to a destination where all signs tell us it is possible and imperative that we learn a brave and startling truth. And when we come to it, to the day of peacemaking, when we release our fingers from the fists of hostility and allow the pure air to cool our palms, when we come to it, when the curtains fall off the ministry shore of hate and faces rooted with scorn or scrapped fleas, when battlefields and coliseum no longer wreck our unique and particular sons and daughters, up with bruised and bloody grass to lay in identical plots of burned soil, when the rapacious storming of the churches, the screaming rockets of the temples have ceased, when the pennants are waving gaily, when the banners of the world tremble stoutly in clean, good breeze, when we come to eat, when we let the ripples fall from our shoulders and children dress their dolls in flags of truce, when the landmines of death have been removed and the edge can walk into evenings of peace, when religious rituals not perfumed by insects of burning flesh, and children dreams are not kicked awake by nightmares of abuse, when we come to eat, we must confess that not the pyramids with their stones set in mysterious perfection, nor the gardens of Babylon hugging us eternal peace in our collective memory, nor the Grand Canyon kindled into delicious color by the western sun, nor the Nile flowing its blue soul into Europe, not the serpent peak of Mountain Mahabura stretching into the rising sun. Neither Father Amazon, no mother Mississippi, who, without favor, nurture all creatures on the depths and on the shores. These are not the only wonders of the world. When we come to eat, we, these people on this minuscule and giftless globe, who reach daily for the bomb, the blade, and the dagger, yet you petition in the dark for tokens of peace. We, these people on this mote of matter, in whose mouths abide cankerous words, which challenge our very own existence.
Yet out of the same mouth come songs of such exquisite sweetness
that the heart falters in its labor, and the body is quieted into awe. We, these people on this small and drifting planet, whose hands can strike with such abandon that in a twinkling, life is sucked from the living.
Yet those same hands touch with such healing,
irresistible tenderness, that the haughty neck is happy to bow, and the proud back is glad to bend.
Out of such chaos, of such contradiction,
we learn that we are neither devils nor divines. When we come to eat, we, these people on this wayward floating body, created on this earth, have the power to fashion for this earth
a climate where every man
and every woman
can live freely without sanctimonious piety,
without crippling fear. When we come to eat, then we must confess that we are the possible.
We are the miraculous.
The true wonders of this world, that is when, and only when, we come to eat.
Voices scream in my head and tell me I am dead, but I dream like I'm alive. Tell me, am I dead?
No, you are not dead.
I have traveled with my nightmares to brooks beside my dreams, beside the streams of my fears, vaguely seen beneath my tears.
Beneath your tears?
I know I'm not dead, but it's what it seems. It's what it seems. Is it what it seems?
No, you are not dead.
But my dreams bring me death, and I'm no longer alive, but short of breath to let me awake.
No, you are not dead.
I have seen pain crawling around me. I have seen my soul arrested and my freedom chained. I have had a gulping rape scream. I have seen the pain of my invisible scars and tattered flesh. I have seen visions of fear laying foundation in her heart, in her dreams, and her tears made of blood and rage. And voices screaming in my head tell me she is dead. Tell me, is she dead?
Yes, she is dead, but she'll be buried when she chooses to.
Does she have HIV?
Yes, she has HIV.
Is she pregnant?
Yes, she's pregnant too.
What will she do? Oh, what will she do? She will lie in her bed tonight and curse the day she was born. She will curse the night her mother gave birth to her. She will curse her father for laying the seed that gave her life. She will curse God for letting her live. And then she will die. Tonight, she will die. Tonight, another of the thousands and thousands of girls who are raped every night, who commit suicide or drown in their tears. They will cast the gift of life that they carried as a burden to their grave. Tonight, may their souls rest.
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. Well, they taught you to pray and read to earn some grand, osmotically absorbing the chemistry, mathematics, and accounts. But I tell you, this life today, the only key to success is deleting your Facebook account.
Tell me about what?
A word to the wise is not necessary. It's only the stupid that need the advice I'm building. Well, in case of fire in the 21st century, you misguided daughters tweet before exiting the building. The exaggerated elevation of shoulders, the cosmetic beauty of flowers, and you blend those men for energetically admiring them. But I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand.
You know what guys in parking spaces have in common? The good ones are always taken.
The ones left are handicapped families. But why do men chase women they have no intention of marrying?
The same reasons dogs chase cars they have no intention of driving. Sometimes you go through a tasteless coffee till the last sip, Then we find sugar at the bottom like sweetened but not well starred to enjoy. That's men's life. Whenever I get a headache, I take 2 tablets of aspirin and keep away from children like the bottle says. Hi, this is not a poem. I'm finally trying to be nice. But I'm responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. Ladies, gentlemen, and farmers, let's bow our heads and open our wallets. Listen to the coin dropping at your feet, and then embrace yourselves for the £1,000,000 girl.
Men come to this world with nothing but crying. Men leave this world with nothing but silence. You can kill as many as Hitler, and you can kill yourself as Hitler too. Newton said, energy is neither created nor destroyed. We are not created or destroyed. We are constantly transferred, shifted, and renewed. Everything we are is given to us. Rich dad, poor dad, we do not die. We pass on. Pass on the life born through our throats. When you leave, I will not cry for you. I'll run into the strongest wind I can find and welcome you home.
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. When I was young, I used to hide from my mother who came running after me just to catch me to sleep. But now I take every moment of this golden breath to sleep and talk in my sleep. See, 10 years ago we had the Steve Jobs, the Bob Hope, and the Johnny Cash. But now we have no jobs, no hope, and no cash. We are just programmed to hide behind these metaphors and speak this skill. You are just being programmed to listen to these voices of our voiceless brothers and sisters with a thrill.
When someone says, expect the unexpected, please slap them in the face and say nothing.
I bet he didn't expect that. Now, listen to the voice of Southern Sudan as lights fade.
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. When they had to live tomorrow to the believer, when it's only this moment they prayed for, they painfully rejoiced in every moment of cheap golden breath that only left them testimonies of dry hot sand and hot gun barrels, because it's always too late in this world, too late to grab a child left behind, too late to change, too late to start again, too late to realize that we are in this together, and too late to grab a life that's already gone. It's called African blood, like splittered bitter grapes into the deep black souls of all newborn Sudan, the South. I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. They say, tell the truth and it shall set you free. And I share my sincere grief with every citizen who may awake at night in intervals of nightmares. When ghostly winds freeze in their air and the dark figure telling him, take courage, dear family, for it's a life for the brave, so you better hurry. And few sons and daughters speak up for their rights, and many become martyrs by guns of unknown agents. I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand.
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. When one of us touches the ground, we feel a sense of individual rejuvenation. Joyfully remembering serenity childhood at River Sobat, when they used to swim and cross the valley in green, tall grass with fragrant flowers bloom. Now the green dryness germinates and is choked by the regular outpour of gunpowder and untimely fires. I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand.
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. The shooting of schoolgirls and school teachers, Agnes Glassman and Alfie Michael in Juba. We're upset. 80 killed in cattle raiding. Unity set. 25 battered in Pinata. Does unity set mean a state of unity? When innocent male children in people are displaced, how do you tell a child the future is bright when her eyelids are burned short? The sincere hearted citizen must always ask logical questions. Where is our government? Where is our parliament?
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. The titanic economic struggles, where our resources benefit 75, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police officers meet their death on that of the mother bank.
Hunger and poverty remain their daily ration. As Christians love to fill the Pearl of Africa in the Pearl of Africa, it's been human blood and tears crying on the ground. Christianized peace and life be upon you. Ecclesiastical war and death has been upon Sudan, the South.
But I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. The global village had to shake its head in disgust and throw up its arms in despair when it looks at the newly discovered brutal and brutish nasty nature of South Sudan, the Southerners.
It's a hopeless New Year 2014 that has transformed, deformed, and gone back to the dark ages of human history. Vanities of vanity, things fall apart, but for how long will things remain fallen?
I am responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. The bitter human paradox.
When it no longer makes sense to identify who killed who and who was killed by who, the more we make sense of senseless killings, killings and counter-killings, the more emotion has become into Sudan, the South. The more emotional it becomes for us to realize that we are not Africans because we are born in Africa, but because Africa is born in us.
The more emotional it becomes for me to wake up from my golden sleep to remind thee to delete thy Facebook account.
But I am responsible for what I say,
not for what you understand.
I am responsible for what I say,
not for what you understand.
As we must account for every idle word we say, so must you for every idle silence you pay. We are responsible for what we say, not for what you understand.
We are responsible for what we say,
not for what you understand. We are responsible for what we say, not for what you understand. We are responsible for what we say, and maybe now for what you understand.
I hope you enjoyed the show. You're reminded that every Friday we have a series or episodes of UNCC at Home. Please tune in and watch our shows. Thank you for loving UNCC. Thank you for loving poetry.